is all a demo, so I'm just gonna explain how I traded on this paper trading account this morning. Um, Yesterday was Mother's Day, so today's Monday. Um, I am honestly grieving from a loss. Um, it's just kind of like impacting my trading. I'm kind of like less emotional with this trading thing. Um, my brother committed suicide. We weren't that close. We were close at one point, but we always bumped head vigorously. Um, and um, it's bothering me, but not as much. It's bothering me, but not as much. But you know, I'm not trying to think about it or even deal with it. Um, because it's just not worth it to me. But it's making me feel less emotional. So I'm not a really emotional person. When it comes to trading, yes, but as far as like in general, no, I'm not an emotional person. So, yeah, just trying to get through it. Um, so yeah, here we go about trading. So as I was saying in my last video, ticker symbol ticker symbol RHE and LEDs. They as if they always follow each other. Um, it's as if they always follow each other. Um, and remember, this chart is not properly updated, so don't mind it. I'll show you everything here. But today was the day for RHE to consolidate, which most likely it will today, because that is how it's been doing every other day that it's supposed to consolidate. It will spike in the morning and then crash and then consolidate all day. Um, as you see here, spikes. This chart will just slow down for me. At first, I was like, "What is it doing? What is RHE doing? It's supposed to be consolidating." And I'm like, "Okay, it's spiking. They must be manipulating it to spike." And sorry, this chart is just giving me the hardest time. I'm like looking at RHE, and they're like, "It must." I'm just confused. I'm like, "Why is it spiking?" They must be manipulating it to spike. They're probably just gonna push it up and as much as they can and be done with it. So, so as you can see here, um, even right here, it spikes a little bit on this. This is the day that it's supposed to consolidate after a big run up. It's supposed to crash, or just have a massive pullback and then consolidate after a big run up. And it pulls back, spikes, consolidates. Same thing the day before or another day after it spiked, pulled back, or spiked a little bit, as you can see right here, pulled back, consolidate. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, thinking they're gonna, because LEDs and RHE has been copying each other. Um, it's like they're probably working together. Um, but I know LED is the day for it to spike because here it spiked, and then next day it spiked, consolidated, faded, didn't do too well first red day, and then pushed back up. So going into today's trading, I was trying to explain that to you so that or explain that to myself actually. I'm doing these videos for myself, but to show um, how it's going. So I got in pre-market around 6:30 a.m. with 500 shares at an average of I got in at $10.06. The reason why I got in so early was more of it's kind of an emotional thing, but not only that, but when I was watching RHE, since they're like doing the same thing, pre-market it just was uptrending, 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 and then spiked. So if I can show you on our RHE, um, I don't know, I don't remember what day it was. I don't know. I think it was this day, um, or this day, but it was consolidating, slowly uptrending, spike. Same thing here, slowly uptrending, spike. So I thought the same thing with LAED, and I'm like, let me get in early before I miss the big run up. Not only that, it can move up $2 before market open and then really push. So I'm like, let me get in early, um, and try to go for it. And mentally, I had a risk in at um, 985, but I did not stick to my risk honestly. Um, I honestly did not stick to my risk. Uh, it pulled back, um, and it pulled back more. I didn't even put a stop loss in, and that's where I fucked up at because I struggle to take losses. So I'm like, stop losses is what's for me. Although they speak against stop losses, it's really helping me out. Plus, I'm not fast enough and I'm not computer savvy to enter my stop loss or enter the order without a stop loss fast enough. So I didn't have my stop loss here. It crashed. I won't say it crashed, but it had a nice pullback by $1. I was down a whole dollar per share, which was $500. I was more than what I was anticipating, and I wasn't happy with that. Um, Nor was I happy with not cutting my loss. But so I held, and I'm like, if I'm right, today's the day it's gonna spike. Um, it has to spike. I can see it has volume, or the price action was telling me it had a volume in the morning. So I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna write it. And I'm like, okay, you could do this next decision because this can be a snowball effect where I snowball into more mistakes, make a mistake here, add here, and then hope that it goes up and then make more mistakes. But I was like, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm not gonna try to fix it. I'm gonna just let it be and let it ride. So afterwards, I was debating to add. I did not add. Um, as you can see here, it pulled back. I did not add anywhere here. I actually set my alerts on and went to bed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wake up before the market open for my alarms, and we're gonna see what happens. Um, and because sitting here on a computer for the next 2 hours watching it was just gonna drive me crazy. But that is not the proper mindset to just place an order and leave. as if it's supposed to just work its way for you. Um, Especially with penny stocks. So I did not add, even though it would have been smarter to add. But would have been even more smarter is to cover or to sell my order at my risk, let it fall back, and then I should have added um, right here close to $9 where it started holding or add on its pullback right here at 9:30. But when you're undisciplined, you miss out on a bigger picture and a bigger opportunity. So I did not add, um, and I just let it ride. And then by the time I woke up, before my alarm, it was at 9. It was at $10. Um, it was at $10, and I'm just watching it. And then I got to my computer like literally a minute before the market opened. Everything was already still on because I set it up to be still on. And I watched this spike. As you can see here, I watched this spike. Um, this is delayed, so you're not going to see the accurate information or the updated information. But I watched this spike, and right here is where I was tempted to sell. But I'm like, let's wait for another push up, and it pushed up again. And I entered an order, as you can see here. I did a fat finger mistake where I entered an order. I didn't realize I was on a sell. Um, I had entered my order to sell, but I accidentally probably hit buy. I don't know how it happened. I think I had hit buy from before when I was tempted to sell. I hit the buy button before I was tempted to sell. I mean, when I was tempted to add, I think I had hit the buy button and never switched it, or never switched it back to sell. Um, and I entered a sell order at, I'm trying to find out. I mean, I entered an add order accidentally at 1180. So when I entered right here, I watched it pulled back, and I watched my $900 gain go down to $400, and I was just like, "What the fuck? I can't believe I made that mistake." And then afterwards, I entered a sell order to sell at 1185, 5 cents above my ad, and I was like, I'm not even trying to make extra profit. I'm not trying to wait for it to push up even higher. I want out now. Um, and I got out now, and that was it. So I see that it's gonna push up some more. So I'm gonna buy some shares now. Um, I'm gonna buy 300 shares now. At 80. My computer's moving so slow. So my order just filled at 1180. Um, if it goes past under 1155, I'm gonna sell. I'm actually gonna enter a sell order soon. A stop limit order. I just I entered a stop limit order at 1150. Um, so if it pushed up even higher, then I stand to make more, and it just executed. So instead of making, fuck, I only entered it for $100. I mean 100 shares. I'm gonna try to add right here, see if it's gonna push up. Gotta take another piss. So I'm in at 400 shares at an average of 1160. My stop limit hit, but I accidentally just pressed only 100 shares instead of 300 that I got in with. Let's see what it happens from here. You know, I don't want to give back everything I just made, so I have to be disciplined in this trade. So 1160 is where I will be at break even. It could push higher past 1130. 1230, higher day. And then I was trying to show y'all earlier right here that 2 days ago, which was the 6th, maybe Thursday or Friday, the high was 1144. So let's see. Trading from the web is not the best idea, but because I don't have level 2 data, this is what I have to deal with. But I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Michael Good does it. He trades with off the web. I mean, he's successful, but I don't advise anybody to do it. I could be wrong. I'm looking for like some kind of support. I'm thinking right here at 1122 or 11. But this is not my strategy, so I can't be trying to play hard and challenge certain areas and try to do shit that I'm not accustomed to. I gotta remember that the closer I get to the end of the day or the middle of the day, the more risk I take in. So right now I'm kind of in a hold and hope situation. My heart rate is increasing because, you know, I'm just worried about taking this loss, and I have to be disciplined to get out if it pulls back, which it looks like it's about to do right now. So I'm not trying to think about the money right now. I'm just trying to play the strategy. And if it goes under 11, I have to sell. I have to sell if it goes under 11. Which, here we go. So trying to get out now. So I got out with a $600 gain. Um, to be honest with you, I don't like when I do that. I make a certain amount and I try to make some more. Not out of greed, but I just saw that it's holding up. Each little level higher is going up. Um, but I don't like the fact that I end up giving back 1/3 of my gains that I make. I don't like that. I don't know why I keep doing that. And Gritani talks about that in his DVD, or he said that I don't know if it's in his DVD or his on a webinar, not a webinar, but a video. He said, but he gives back. He was giving back a portion of his gains, and he didn't like that, so he did something to switch it up. And I honestly don't like that. So here's where I should have been getting in at, because here's support right here. Now, if it passes 1067, that's where I should be getting out. So I'm gonna get back in here. 500. I'm missing my entry. I missed my entry. I'm gonna cancel my order. I'm not gonna chase. Fuck that shit. I got a partial order of 100 shares. Oh my gosh, this computer is aggravating me. It's just going so damn slow. I'm gonna miss my entry again. This is so annoying. Okay, got in at 11.4. Um, I'm not even gonna risk here no more. I'm gonna risk right here. So 1082 is where I'm getting out. No, 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 no. Fuck. Today's not a good day for me to be trading. My mind's all over the place, and this computer's just running too slow for me. I stop limit. I got my stop limit order in. Um, I'm at 11. My average is 11 and 4 cent, $11.04. We're saying I want to see if it's gonna push up, so that I can get in. So we'll see if it pushes up. Also, I had long Dodge from 50 Cent with like 17,000 coins, almost 18,000 coins, and after the Saturday Night Live thing, that went so bad. But I sold for a profit, and I'm trying to get in on a bounce. I mean, on a dip. I'm trying to get in on a dip at 4.43 cents. It's at 48.50. Went to 47 at one point. So I'm trying to get in and just day trade that shit, swing trade it. But yeah, that's an update on my Dogecoin trading. So it's like I performed a lot better last week, but had some errors as well. Same thing with today. Um, but I asked myself, do I want to go back into day trading with real money? No, not yet, because I don't even really know what strategy I'm trading. I'm just seeing a repetitive pattern with these two stocks, so I'm just longing them before market open. But you ask me what strategy am I really playing and the statistics on it and all that. I don't know. I don't know it. So it's like I'm not going to. I'm not going to. PTIX. I'm not going to start PTIX. I'm not going to start getting back in without even really knowing what I'm doing. But PTIX is at 100% for the day. I saw this, I looked this up earlier today, didn't like it at all, and now it's coming down. Still not fucking with it. Hey Siri, increase my brightness, please.
Okay, I made the screen brighter.
I'm watching Doors right now. And it's going down. I want to get in at 43, but if I can get in at 38, that'd be perfect. So I'm watching it to see if it's gonna hit what I'm looking for, or is it gonna do a massive dip so I can get out. I'm starting to feel a little bit more uncomfortable with lead, so I'm gonna change my average. I want to add, honestly, I'm just gonna change my average. It's not necessary, so I'm just gonna change my average to 11 instead of 1082, or just under 11, 1099. Here we go, spiking. But I don't want to wait that long. I'm starting to get impatient, if you want me to be honest with you. I'm starting to get impatient. So I'm changing my risk, which is not the smartest thing to do, but because it hasn't hit my risk, and that's not the real risk that I'm going off of. But here we go, it got executed at 1190, so I was right for exiting. It ended up working out for me, but instead of making the 900 that I had, I gave back 380, and honestly that's about half. I don't like that. I don't know why I'm always in that position, but I gotta find a way to improve on that area, giving back half my gains just to make more money. But most of the time I'm risking whatever, I'm risking a large amount anyway just to make a large amount. So it's kind of the same thing. It's not like I am giving back my gains, but it's just what I normally do already, risk a large amount. So I got to be really careful with when I'm re-entering an order, especially when I'm taking a loss. But I'm keeping a calendar of, or a record of what I make for the trade on a piece of paper. But yeah, I'm done with this video.